I'm almost afraid to ask, but what are you doing with that?
Oh, I'm sorry. You never did meet my daughter, did you? Fern, this is Dan. Dan, this is Fern.
Well, you finally toppled off the deep end, pal. There's no way in the world that plant can be your daughter.
Shh. She doesn't know she's adopted.
From Hollywood, the heart of the entertainment world, the Hollywood Palace. With your hosts, Rowan and Martin. Tonight, Simmy Bow, Jackie Gayle, Gaylord and Holiday, Gene Sheldon, Betty Walker, Irwin C. Watson, Mitchellers of the Hollywood Palace Orchestra. We'll return to the Hollywood Palace after a word from one of our sponsors.
Mrs. Paul's onion rings now in a big party pack. They're fun. Next time you cook out, be a little different. Heat up some Mrs. Paul's sandwich thins. Crispy clam, fish, and shrimp cakes. New tuna thins, too, shaped specially for sandwiches. You top Mrs. Paul's sandwich thins with their own miracle sauce mix. You got yourself a real crowd pleaser.
Sandwich tender!
Betty! Try it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your hosts, television's leading comedy team, the stars of Rowan and Martin's Laugh In, Dan Rowan and Dick Martin.
Well, you missed rehearsal.
Oh? How'd it go?
How did it go?
Huh?
Well, why don't you just take a seat somewhere and you'll see how it's going to run.
Yeah.
To start things, here's a song from a new Broadway show, and it looks as if the show's
Are
not
we going
only...
to sing?
No, as a matter of fact, we are not going to sing.
Ah.
This is a new show, as I started
The reason
to
I
tell you.
said that is you said, here's a song.
But you didn't let me finish.
Ah.
Wait till you hear the finish.
Ah.
Here is a solo from a new Broadway show that I sing it all by myself.
All by myself.
That isn't the name of it. I sing it alone.
All on
I, Dan, am going to sing. You,
Me, Tarzan, you,
you,
Jane.
Richard, you just take a chair. I don't really need you. You're out a little early.
Maybe I could help you with the song.
How are you going to help me? Mitchell Ayers is going to play. I'm going to sing.
Oh.
That's what
Maybe I could introduce it for you.
You could what?
I could introduce your song.
You could. You're mumbling.
I don't know anything.
You mumble your
I don't
syllables. You
mumble.
mumble your syllables.
What do I
You're
do?
saying introduce.
Introduce.
Introduce. Very good.
Introduce.
I would be delighted ordinarily to have you introduce a song, but you don't know anything about music, you see.
I don't know anything about music. I laugh on your shoulder.
What do you mean by that?
I happen to be one of the finest singers of classical songs in the
Of
world.
what?
Classical. K-L-S-I-K.
Classical. You sing classical songs?
I certainly am.
I didn't know that. How long you been singing classical songs?
What time is it now?
Oh, it's... You know what I mean. I mean, you got a big background in classical...
I've been taking metric
Now, come on, you know what I mean. You really know classical music?
Sure.
From the Broadway...
Broadway.
From
Sure,
the big
Broadway.
shows. Hey, listen, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a little medley.
All right.
I was going to sing a song from a new hit show. Why don't you sing a big hit from a few years back?
All righty.
Okay.
A big hit from a few years back.
I wasn't suggesting it as a title. I was suggesting it as you sing us like some of the old shows. Remember,
right.
you know those great old Broadway shows, like, you know Naughty Marietta?
She's in 403, right across the street.
You know what I mean? Like Showboat. A great...
One of my favorites.
You know the big hit in Showboat?
Sure, Captain Andy.
No, come on. The big hit in Showboat.
There was a bigger hit than that?
Oh, Old Man River.
Ah, my favorite.
You know Old Man River?
May I render it?
I imagine you will.
Thank you. Thank you. Old man River, that old man River, he don't say nothing.
Wait a minute. How about the band?
Let them find their own song.
Oh.
That old man.
They don't want to sing, but you have a fine musical group over there. Why don't you let them accompany you? Give you a little musical fill-in.
I had no idea.
Oh.
Fine, I'm going to sing Old Man River. What do you want to play?
They'll play Old Man.
Same thing? Good. Okay, take it from where it says with him.
They know.
Here we go. 1, 2. That old man River, that old man River, he don't say nothing. He must know something. He just keeps rolling. He keeps on rolling. A little louder, maybe.
Wait a minute.
Were they all playing?
No, they weren't all playing. No one is going to play. The sax man will not touch reed to lip. The drummer will not play stick to drum until they get the word. Have you ever watched this show before?
Yes, I
have. They
have
had some of the finest singers in the world on
I'm
this
happy
very
to hear
program.
that.
And they have one of the greatest bands in the country.
Great.
And well, you notice how they all begin and end at the same time?
Luck.
No, there's no luck involved. They happen to have a leader.
Yeah? Who's the leader?
Who's the leader?
Yeah.
Mitchell Ayers.
Mitchell Ayers? You're kidding me.
What I do?
Mitchell Ayers is here?
On the panel.
They couldn't get Johnny Scat Davis.
They got Mitchell Ayers.
Mitchell Ayers?
Anything.
Who's Mitchell Ayers? I never heard of him in my whole life.
One of the best, and anything you want, you ask Mitch.
Oh, you got any girls?
You don't ask him girls. Anything musical.
Musical girls. I'll take those.
Mitch, would you play Old Man River, an introduction, and then...
What's that?
Well, that's the arrangement.
What's the arrangement?
He plays, you stand here.
Forget it. Just give me a DiMaggio.
Oh, what? That's arpeggio.
Some Italian. I don't remember his name. I don't even like this song anymore. I'm going to my room and pout.
That's a good idea, Stanley. Tonight is comedy night on the Hollywood Palace. Now, they've had an awful lot of fine comedy on this show over the years, but tonight it's all comedy, front to back, all shapes, sizes, colors. We figure comedy comes from all directions. We're going to send it to you from all directions tonight. If you want to see singing and dancing, we got to send you over to Mission Impossible. But to start our comedy concert, here are two fresh young faces you're going to be seeing an awful lot of. Ladies and gentlemen, our pals, Gaylord and Holiday.
They said it was hard breaking into television, but this is ridiculous.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go.
You know, speaking of brave, I think our politicians were very brave when they realized that the actors have taken over in politics.
So how did they meet this challenge? Well, the politicians struck back and started making movies of their own.
Yeah.
And here they are, our nominations for the best political actor of the year.
The nominees are...
Richard Nixon in Up the Down Staircase.
Mayor Richard Daley of Chicago in Cold Blood.
Adam Clayton Powell in Cool Hand Luke.
Lyndon Johnson in Dr. Doolittle.
And Everett Dirksen in Candy.
May I have the envelope, please? And the winner is George Wallace in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
And the world will be better for this. That one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage. And how about the courage of the very first Negro athlete to go out for the football team at one of the leading Southern universities? We are about to interview the coach. Coach, what do you think of his chances?
That colored boy gonna get cauterized.
Well, why don't we see what happens? I believe they're about to kick the ball to him.
All right, kick that ball high, Dan. That's it. Everybody grab that colored boy.
Got it on the 10-yard line.
Get that colored boy.
There it goes on the 20, dodging and weaving.
Don't let him get away like
He's
that.
on the 30, right through 4 tacklers.
Grab him by the beat.
There he goes, he's on the 40.
Get that colored
The
boy.
50.
Grab that colored boy.
The 40.
Get that colored boy.
The 30.
Grab that colored
He's
boy.
going all the way.
Look at that Puerto Rican run.
Running to reach, running to reach, running to reach down, to reach the unreachable star.
Gaylord and Holiday, and Wait, hold it.
Huh?
Where are you going with that?
Well, we had a moment. I thought I'd take Fern out for a drink.
Oh. Well, I don't think you should take your daughter into a bar.
I don't have a daughter. I'm taking a plant out to water it. Boy, sometimes I worry about you. Hey, as long as you're just standing around doing nothing, why don't you introduce Betty Walker and her magic telephone?
Well, I'd love to, except that Betty Walker and her magic telephone just don't happen to be on the show.
I didn't know that.
Oh, Seal, so you're here? No, I feel better. No, I'm just black and blue. Yeah. Imagine that, a person to fall in a phone booth? Yeah. So I think that lady pushed me. Yeah, hold on one second. My 2 kids, don't ask what they're doing here today. Hold on. Marilyn and Chicky, get away from the garbage. Stop playing with the garbage. $500 worth of toys in the house and they're playing with garbage. Hello, Sale? So hold on one second. Hold on, Marilyn. What are you chewing on? Come over here and show Mother what you got in your mouth. Hold on, Seal. Well, hold it, Seal. She was to the garbage and she's chewing. Hold on. Marilyn, open your mouth and show Mother what you got in there. Open wider. Wider. Eject that. Eject that. She knows what I'm saying, Seal. I always talk big words to my kids. Eject. Spit it out before I smack you! Good food you won't eat. Cigarette butts you like. Hello, Seal? So, hold on. What do you want, Marilyn? Even though Mother loves you, she still has to yell at you. But Mother loves you. Now say I love you to Mother. Say I love you, Mother. Say I love you, Mother. Say I love... Where did you learn to say a word like that to your mother? She must have heard it from him last night. Yeah. I had such a fight with him. Don't ask. Oh, did I, huh? Believe me, he's going to sing Strangers in the Night. No, he found my telephone bill. Oh, I tried to hide it. I even went to the phone company. I said, no, don't ask what I talked last month, Sale. I went there, I got a supervisor. I said to them, I said, please, I said, save my marriage. Please, I said, here's the money, make my bill look half. You know what I found out? There's not a drop of emotion in that whole telephone company. He yelled at me last night. He yelled at me with that phone bill. So finally I said to him, I said, Mr. Tuperman, If that's the way you feel about our telephone bill, he said, that's the way I feel. I said, so then if that's the way you feel, I said, I'll tell you something. Don't call your mother so often. That's when he said that word she just said. Later on this minute. Seal, I'll call you back. Yeah. Okay, Seal. So long. Let me go. I want to punish them now. Yeah. All right.
Hey, wasn't that Betty Walker fantastic?
Like I told you before, Betty Walker isn't on the show.
Right, I got it. Say, for a lady that's not even on the show, wasn't she fantastic?
I thought you went to water your fern.
Well, it's kind of hard to water your fern in a room full of screaming ladies.
Why did you... Why did you go... Will you let me go... Why did you go into a room full of screaming ladies?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, they weren't screaming when I walked in.
You ding-a-ling, you're probably in the chorus girl's dressing room.
That's funny, so was I.
I can't blame them for screaming. Why did you go across the hall where the boy dancers dress?
Well, I tried, but I gotta tell you the truth, they got a few screamers in there, too.
Will you go water your fern?
What's the inside story on all the major pain relievers? It's this: aspirin.
All the major pain relievers rely chiefly on aspirin. So when you want really effective pain relief, take the one that's 100% aspirin.
After 50 years, doctors still overwhelmingly recommend aspirin for nearly every kind of ache or pain. And Bayer aspirin is 100% aspirin.
Bayer isn't new. Bayer is just ahead of its time.
All I want is a laxative that's mild, thorough, dependable, good-tasting, and helps settle my stomach. Is that too much to ask for when I need a laxative?
Of course not. All you want is flavored Haley's M.O. You see, by blending a special smoothing agent with the special thoroughness of milk of magnesia, flavored Haley's gives you the best of everything.
Well, that's all I asked for.
Hey, well, I just saw Irwin C. Watson backstage. You know, we really ought to have him on the show.
Well, he is on the show, you ding-a-ling.
I don't care. I think he ought to be on the show anyway.
Well, if you insist, certainly. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a brand new young comedian who really tells it like it is. Our pal, Irwin C. Watson.
I still think he ought to be on the show.
Come on.
Good evening. One of the big problems in our country today seems to be where and how people should live. I just heard some politicians say the other day that they are going to try to bring about integration in the suburbs, which is impossible. Bringing about integration in the suburbs is just about as possible as trying to take a picture of a group of people with a camera with a slow-moving lens. You can't get a good picture when somebody keeps on moving. I was even surprised to hear not too long ago there was a group in Chicago starting what they called the Back to Africa movement. And the spokesman said in the next 10 years, all people of African descent will be going back to Africa. And it warmed my heart. And every chance I get, I always take time to wish them a safe trip, a pleasant voyage, and ask them to keep in touch. See, because I'm not going. See, the way I have it figured out with all of them going back to Africa and all the white people going to the moon, it'll be just me, some Puerto Ricans, and Chinese fighting to keep those Indians on the reservation. And that will take care of one of the big problems of what to call me, because no one will have to worry about if they should call me Negro, Black, Afro-American, colored, because me being the only one, they just call me King. No, I'm not going back to Africa, because I don't know anybody back there. So who am I going to see? Tarzan? A white fella running around half naked, swinging through the trees, living with that young boy and a monkey. If he was a black man, they'd have locked him up a long time ago. No, I'm not going. The way my luck runs, they'll send me to some little small country where I can't even plug in a TV set, but they're doing better over there now. In fact, I just learned there's a little small country in Africa that just joined in the space race. 3 scientists shot off a space shot that reached heights never before imagined in Africa. Blew the whole roof off the hut. And these were pygmies, little fellas, you know. But it's a little small country. They never had a chance to capture any German scientists, you know, so they can do but so well. Hey, they never had a war, never had any crime, never had a robbery or mugging. Who would want to live in an uncivilized country like that? No, I'm not going because I know how to get along here. See, like right now, I'm married. And I have a son and a daughter. I have 5 dogs, 12 cats. I have 19 hamsters, 48 rabbits. I have some goldfish, 2 parakeets, a canary, and an orangutan. And my neighbors think I have too many animals, and they pass by my house and they say nasty things like, E-I-E-I-O. But I don't let things like that bother me, you see, because I've had this orangutan now for 2 years. And in 2 years, I've trained him how to take out the garbage, wash the windows, scrub the floors, mows the lawn, babysits. Very, very good with the children. Gets every Thursday night off. And he's almost like a human being. Some nights I hear him up in the room softly singing the blues and interjecting little passages from Someday We'll Overcome or some song like that. I don't know. And all my neighbors keep asking me, where'd I get this orangutan and how did I train him, and I won't tell them. You see, because I know if I tell them, everybody on my block is going to get an orangutan. Then it's going to spread all over the Bedford-Stuyvesant section of Brooklyn. Everybody's going to have an orangutan. And all over New York City, all over the state, all over the country, everybody's going to have an orangutan. And in some parts of the country, people without a heart will be buying the orangutan little bottles of vitamin pills just so he can play with them and they can watch him take the cover off and start picking the cotton. And then somebody that thinks and feels like Abraham Lincoln is going to come along and free all these orangutans. And I don't want to take a chance on none of them getting married to my daughter. You see, right now, the fate of this country is in my hands. Because if I allowed this to happen in the next 20 years, the award-winning motion picture would be, Guess What's Coming to Dinner? I've given this a lot of serious thought. Do you realize if my niece got married to an orangutan, that would make me a monkey's uncle? I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Well, he really turns you on, doesn't he?
Sure does. Yeah. We should have had him on the show, you know that?
Well, maybe next time, huh?
Maybe next time what?
Maybe next time we host the Hollywood Palace, we can have him on.
Now, that's another thing. How come we never get a chance to host the Hollywood Palace?
We're doing it right now.
You don't mean it. Well, that is a darn shame.
Why?
Well, I saw Irwin C. Watson out in the hallway. We should have him on the show.
I just robbed the bank. The cops are after me, and my car ran out of gas. I gotta get out of here fast. Hey, creep, put some gas in my tank before I let you have it.
Hi, simply hi.
If you don't put some gas in my tank, I'm gonna take that air hose, wrap it around your throat. I'm gonna throw a pineapple in your garage. I'm gonna bend the tire iron on your head.
Oh, you tease.
been asked to talk to you about the Playtex padded bra. It's really a very good bra, softer inside, and it won't shift. You won't get lumps or bumps, even after you've had it washed. It always stays soft and natural. It's just the closest thing to you yet, the Playtex padded bra. It's made me what I am today.
My girdle is killing me.
She needs the new 18-hour girdle by Playtex. It's made from a remarkable new fabric Playtex just invented. A delicate webbing with the strength to hold you firm all day. The first firm control girdle that's comfortable for hours. The new 18-hour girdle by Playtex.
Well, we hope that you're what's the matter with you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, good. We'd like you to meet some people now that
I just
really,
checked the mailroom, and I didn't get any fan mail.
I thought you said you didn't want to talk about it.
I don't.
Good.
Knock yourself out rehearsing to host the Hollywood Palace. Give it your best shot. I think a couple of people might have written and said what a good job you did when it's over.
Yeah. Well, in the first place, you didn't exactly knock yourself out during rehearsal.
Well, they didn't know that, blabbermouth.
And in the second place, it's not over.
I didn't know that.
Well, of course it's not. We're right in the middle of the show. We're doing it now. It's impossible for people to write in and say they like the show. They haven't even seen the show. Don't you understand?
Completely.
All right, good. Here's a...
At least they could have called when it was over.
Seal, I beg your pardon. I cannot afford to buy a house. We looked. My Warren sat down. We figured it out with the real estate man. And according to the figures, after he figured this, and that, the only way we can afford to buy a house is if we give up the children.
See, Betty Walker gets phone calls.
You're incorrigible.
I'm also in the phone book.
Hey, would it make you feel any better if I were to let you introduce Gene Sheldon?
Oh, could I?
No.
Oh. Thanks, I feel better already.
Here's a guy who does more things with a banjo than Dick does with his fern. Mr. Gene Sheldon. Come on, let's hear it. All kinds of humor, right?
Hey, I think I'm getting the hang of it. What's next?
Well, as a matter of fact, that's a good question. I was just about to introduce Simmy Bow because he and I have worked out a little thing we're going to do together.
Simmy, funny man, funny. I love working with Simmy. Here we go.
Well, maybe sometime you'll do that. But right now, he and I have a little thing worked out. It's a two-man shot. Just
he and you.
Yeah, he and I.
You and he.
Yeah, that's it. We have something for you to do, though.
Oh, good. I like.
One nice clean show, right?
Uh-huh.
Clean it up back there. Read those contracts. That's all you got to do. Folks, here's a fellow who probably has America's largest private collection of rejection slips. One of the best-known authors in the country, Mr. Simmy Bow. Sure. Well, Simmy, have you written any good books lately?
Yes, I'm working on a book right now. I think will interest the entire country. A book on astrological phenomena concomitant with oceanic cyclic variations, tidal lunar deviations, and the disadvantages of having your ears pierced during an earthquake.
Well, that should have broad appeal.
Yes, I think the fellows will like it, too.
Oh.
I'm also working on a book on hormonal musicianship.
Oh, that's
when the epinephrine secretion has a marked advantage, the adrenaline manufacture.
Oh, of course, yes.
Especially with cymbalists.
Cymbalists.
When they hit those two cymbals together and that reverberation permeates the entire area, their epinephrine really gets...
Oh, mine would, yes.
That's why many of them are referred to as epinephrine cymbalists. Well, I thought the kids might like it. But for the adult audience, I think my book on bigamy... bigamy and trigamy.
Trigamy?
Bigamy, of course, is being married twice illegally, but 2 legal marriages constitutes what they term digamy.
Digamy.
3 times is trigamy, and any more than trigamy is gluttony.
Well, I have to buy that.
Because the question has been posed, should women have children after 35? I think 35 are plenty.
Oh, yeah.
And upon the
elegant sufficiency, yes.
Realize that the things aren't really as bad as they seem when you listen to the malariologists who
I listen to them every morning at 12 o'clock. The who?
The malariologists.
Malariologists.
People who say nice things about the malaria bugs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they know the only place malaria bugs can fall in love and have kids is in the belly of the female Anopheles mosquito.
Oh, gee,
it doesn't leave them too much room to run around.
I can see where that is.
That's probably what makes them so mean. And yourself, we all tremble at the sight of a swarm of mosquitoes, even though it's only the females of a swarm that attack human beings.
Is that a fact?
Of course, you may not want to take the time to sort them out. It's a good thing to remember that mosquitoes are primarily attracted to thin people because thin people give off more heat, and mosquitoes are very particular. They prefer hot to cold, male to female, old to young, and dirty to clean. But what really knocks them out altogether is hot and skinny, dirty old men.
Isn't that fascinating, folks?
If you happen to be in that category, it's a good idea to always hang out with somebody a little bit skinnier than you are.
Yeah, or hotter and dirtier.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll go back and work on another new book I'm doing on bronchopneumonia.
Yeah, I'd work on
about a wild horse that caught cold.
Simmy Bow.
My name's Johnny Ringo. I'm the meanest man in the West. And the first man I want to kill is the sheriff of this here town. Okay, Sheriff, where are you? Come on, speak up and speak up quick.
Hi, Simmy. Hi. I'm the new sheriff.
Listen, you lily-livered sidewinder. I'm gonna clean up the saloon with you, boy. I'm gonna waltz you around the floor on your head. I'm gonna crush you like a grape.
Oh, you tease.
Okay, you think you can handle it?
Just give me a chance.
Okay, you ready?
Trust me, I'm ready.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot the rest.
It's time for a station break.
I wasn't ready.
You said you were ready.
Stay tuned for lots more.
More?
In the Hollywood Palace.
Like it?
Beautiful. But even this wouldn't brighten my smile.
Oh?
Denture stains.
You need my Effidin tablets. Watch.
It's turning blue.
That means Effidin's bubbles are scrubbing away at stain and odor. When the blue disappears, dentures are cleaned.
I'll try it. Hi. Your Effidin's a joy.
Oh?
Now everything's coming up roses.
Effident removes stubborn stains between teeth in minutes.
Well, when I'm at work and I have an uncomfortable feeling with a heartburn and acid, if I have my Rolaids, that will relieve me, and then I'm back to normal again. Well, I get an awful lot of heartburn and acid. I'm not my usual self. And I'll take out a Rolaid. That gives me my relief. And when I carry my Rolaids, I know I'm going to get my relief in minutes.
Now we're really...
Who's on now, Johnny Downs or Lyle Talbot?
You're late. You're late again. You were late for rehearsal. You were late for the show. You're late for every spot. You're going to be late for the party tonight.
Party?
Sure, the cast party. They always have a cast party.
I had no idea.
You don't go to parties?
I go to parties all the time.
Yeah, well, what do you do at parties?
Well, you know.
No, I mean, you know the kind of parties they have here? They always play games.
Yeah.
You like play games?
I love them.
What kind of games do you like to play?
You name it, I play it.
Any kind of game? You know what? They're a big hit on this show.
What?
Charades. Yeah, charades. You know how to play charades?
Does a goose go barefoot?
Oh, really? You're really a charade player.
I love it.
Well, you're going to be a hit on this party
I guess
tonight. I
so.
guess. You know all the signals and clues?
Signals and clues. I got that one.
I say, do you know all the signals for the different categories?
Categories. That's a good game.
No, like that's a movie title.
Movie title.
And that's a...
It's two hands.
No, that's a
3 hands.
That's a book.
It's
That's
a book.
title.
Book title.
Book title. Song title.
Song title.
And
backhand.
That's past tense.
Past tense.
Past tense, like if you said trot.
Treaded.
Trotted.
Trotted.
Well,
trotted.
maybe it won't come up.
Maybe what won't come up?
The word trotted, maybe.
Oh.
And that's...
2 wiggly fingers.
No.
4 wiggly fingers. 2 wiggly forefingers.
Those are quote marks.
Quote marks.
If you're going to act out a quotation.
Quotation, right.
I'll tell you what we'll do, though.
Right.
We'll limit it to movies, books, and songs.
Books and songs.
No quotations, no gag sayings, any of that. Just those three. And no foreign words.
No foreign words.
Okay, you want to do one?
No, go ahead. You do one.
All right, now, one more thing.
Time on my hands.
Wait a minute. I haven't started.
Watch on the Rhine. Hands across the table.
You want to hold it a minute? Just...
you got it on your wrist. How can I hold it?
I was going to suggest we have a 2-minute time.
2-minute time.
Now, if you don't guess it within 2 minutes, then you lose.
Right. Okay.
I'll do one for
All right,
you.
go ahead.
Let me think.
Back to back.
I haven't started yet.
We have teams?
Sure, you want to have teams?
Sure.
That's the best way. You choose up sides.
All right.
Divide the audience right in half. Okay,
That's my team?
That's your team.
Don't worry, gang. We got it.
All right, this is my team. All right.
Okay. I got the band in that, too.
All right, okay. You got that group.
Right.
You're the captain of
I'm the
that
captain.
team. All right, now, you understand? It's a song title.
Song title. Stardust. Trees. Marching through Georgia. Over the way.
You just don't start guessing. There are 8 million song titles.
I'll talk faster. Mary Lou.
Don't talk faster. Have you ever played charades?
I am, too.
Look, I acted out, and then you guess what I'm doing. I can't talk to you.
Oh, we can get there earlier, then.
All right, it's a song title.
Song title.
And it's
got a beard. I'm just wild about Harry.
No. It's old.
It's an old song.
It's an old song.
It's an old song.
And it has...
Fingers! They're not fingers. They look like fingers. They could be fingers. They were fingers.
All right, they're fingers.
They're fingers.
But not right
They're
now.
not fingers now.
That's a signal.
It's a signal.
How many fingers?
6 fingers.
What does that mean?
4 missing.
That means there are 6 words in a song title.
6 words in a song title.
6-word song title.
6-word song title. 1 finger.
That's 6 words. What's that?
That's 1.
Which one?
This one.
But it's the first
one.
First
finger.
The first word.
And
you've played this game.
This is my best game.
Oh, yeah. The captain of your team.
Don't worry, gang. We got him.
All right. The first word of the 6-word song
is you lost your cufflink.
No. It's little.
It's a little cufflink.
It's a little word.
It's a little word.
Little tiny word.
Little tiny word.
Tiny.
Delicatessen.
A little word.
Gymnasium.
No, here.
You got some in your eye.
No.
I got some in my eye.
No.
We got some in our eye.
No.
Clap hands, here comes Charlie.
No.
Stop it at the Savoy. Safe. You're safe with me in the bush. You pull the zipper on my heart.
No. What? If you went to the eye doctor, what would you go for?
About an hour and a half.
You go have him check something.
Check something is better than nothing.
No, he'd check your eyes.
Eyes in the mood for love.
No, just one eye.
One eye checks are better.
You say eye.
Eye.
That's the first
That's
word.
it. Oh, this is easy.
Oh. We got him, gang.
Who else was at the party? Yeah. Oh, yeah? Oh, he's doing wonderful now. No, he's not in that business anymore. No. Never made... Huh? No. He opened up a going-out-of-business linen shop. Yeah. Who else? Huh? Which one? She is a cousin. Frances? Yeah, she's a cousin. I never mention her. You know what I mean? Now, you know me, Sale, I'm honest. She's a cousin, but, she's strictly a wedding and funeral cousin. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Welcome aboard Flight 101 to Miami and/or Cuba.
In the name of Fidel Castro and the Cuban Republic for which he stands, I want to take over this plane and you are going to fly this plane to Cuba. Or maybe I killed you. What you saying about that, huh?
Hi, simply hi. Oh, you naughty boy, you unfastened your belt, didn't you? Would you like a pillow, sir?
Maybe you didn't hear me too nice. If you don't take this plane to Cuba, maybe I stick my fingers in your eyes. Maybe I twist your nose. And maybe I blow your mustache off. And maybe I break both your arms and both your legs. What you saying about that, huh?
Oh, you tease.
What you do?
You little babaloo, you. Are you trying to tell me this is a hijack?
Yes, a hijack.
Well, thanks a lot, sir, for flying with friendly skies. Is there anything we can do to make your hijack more pleasant? How about half fare for your wife?
Look, don't miss me up. This is my first hijack.
Isn't that cute? A rookie hijacker. Listen, this time, why do we go to a fun place like beautiful downtown Burbank?
We are going to beautiful uptown Cuba.
In that case, take me along. If you love me, take me along.
Hey, stop that. I have no time to a scene. My time is liniment.
Well, don't rub it in.
Oh, boy. You think you're so very smart, huh? What you saying if I choke you?
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Sure, well.
All right, smart guy. Before you die, I like to give you 5 minutes of grace.
Well, it's not too much time, but let's bring her out anyway.
Grace! Oh, boy, would I like to meet you in some dark alley sometime, huh?
Thanks a lot, sir, but we're not allowed to date the passengers. I'm sorry.
Cuando calienta el sol aquí en la playa.
Ooh, you fuzzy fanatical, you.
What you calling a fuzzy tickle?
May I say your actions are reprehensible and completely irresponsible.
So call me irresponsible.
Call me unreliable. Call me reprehensible, too. Say, you got a nice voice, you know that?
You think so?
Really, yeah.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the plane on fire.
You got soul. You could be a star.
You think so?
Big star, yeah.
Could I have the microphone?
Yeah,
Could I have it?
There it is.
Give me the microphone.
There it is.
Jello, this is the hijacker. For my next number, I would like to sing the Star Strangled Boner.
Wait. Save it for the World Series. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this
Hey,
is...
how about Granada? Granada, tierra soñado por mí.
We have some wonderful news, kids. We have some...
How about the day my mama started to the jar for belly TPA?
Yeah, wait a minute. The stewardesses will be passing out miniskirts, bell-bottom, and beads for everybody because we're going to Hollywood. Hooray!
Hey, I know that one. Yeah. Jury for John.
By George, you got it.
Raleigh's are
Tasted milder.
Raleigh's are Raleigh's are
Tasted milder.
Raleigh's are. That's why the flavors rise.
A special treatment softens the tobaccos for a smoother, milder taste. Raleigh's are tasting milder.
That's why the flavors rise.
And you get a special kind of coupon, too. The famous Raleigh coupon.
Raleigh's are
Tasted milder.
Raleigh's are. That's why the flavors rise.
And you also get Raleigh coupons on light menthol Bel Air.
Bel Air tastes light 'cause the menthol's right. Bel Air tastes light 'cause the menthol's right. Just the right touch of menthol with the white filter too.
You get a special kind of lightness when you smoke Bel Air. Special because the menthol's right.
Well, here we go again. And, Dick, get on your mark.
Well, you want to race me to the screaming ladies?
Stand on your mark. Come on, stand on your mark.
All right.
Well?
What's a mark? I don't know.
What's a mark? You don't know anything. A mark is your place. It's a place you stand. This is my place. That's your place.
You're putting me on.
Come on, get on your mark.
All right, I'll play your silly game. All right, now this is your mark.
That's my place there.
That's your place?
That's my place.
Yeah.
And that's your place.
Okay, all right. Abner Doubleday, what's the next rule? Go ahead.
Stand on your place.
Now I know you're putting me on.
Now, come on, get over here and stand on your mark.
All right.
That's a little better. All right. Now we
stepped on your place.
What are you doing?
I'm just kidding around. Go ahead.
Now we would like you...
Stepped on your place, touch your face. That's 2 for me.
Now, when you cut that out, that's enough. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to have
Stepped on your place, touch your face. Last tag, I win.
Hold on, Seal. Hold on 1 second. I'll tell you in a minute. Hold on. No. I have Hannah Huckle's dog here. Yeah. I can't stand her and I can't stand the dog. Just a minute. Bridget! Don't do that, Bridget. Leave my dog alone. Hello, Seal? No, I have the little dog here. The big dog she has with her. Yeah. She never leaves that big dog. You don't know why? I'll tell you why. Swear you'll never tell. Swear? The big dog is from her first marriage.
Hey, you remember a while ago when I saw Betty Walker and she wasn't there?
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't there again, and she was just as funny as she was before.
That's a swell, Dick. Go. Hey, you want to go put some water on your fern?
Can't I stick around while you introduce Jackie Gayle?
How'd you know I was going to introduce Jackie Gayle?
Betty Walker told me.
Oh. Folks, here's Dale Carnegie's most famous dropout, the warm and wonderful Jackie Gayle. Here he is.
Thank you. And it's a pleasure being here in the Hollywood Palace with Rowan and Martin. 2 gentlemen have done a lot to bring back tall comedians. And this is a great city to be in, Los Angeles. Where else can you smell the air and see it coming at you at the same time? You ever notice in Los Angeles, look at any bus bench, all you ever see is mortuary commercials. You know why? You could drop dead before you get a bus in Los Angeles. Are you kidding me? And everything in this town is gimmicky. You go into supermarkets, not only give you stamps, they give you bingo cards. That keeps up the churches will sell groceries. And today, everything is credit cards. American Express, Diners, Carte Blanche. You know how rough that is for stick-up men? Today, they put a pen in your back and say, sign. And there's no trust in this world. The stick-up man put a gun in this fella's back. He said, give me your money. He said, I don't have any money. Take a check. He said, okay, but let me see your driver's license. And it's rough for policemen because there's a new Supreme Court ruling. Any man accused of a crime, you can't accuse a man of crime unless proven guilty in court. That's Supreme Court ruling. In fact, I saw a fella grab a handbag. He's running away. A policeman's yelling, "Stop! Alleged thief!" And you notice policemen are different wherever you go. You go to Chicago, you'll see police cars that look like good humor trucks. Blue and white with blue lights. They'll pull you over to give you a ticket. You want to go to Pistachio on a Sunday. How about Southern California? The policemen are all 6'4", bootstraps and white helmets. They look like they'll walk over the car and say, "Here is a ticket, follow me to court." You ever see them out here? Unbelievable. They'll give you tickets for jaywalking 4:30 in the morning on a side street near your house. Or somebody's robbing your apartment. But don't try to handcuff them. Don't try to bribe them, they'll handcuff you right on the spot. Most cities will either take the money or say put it away. Like in New York City, they can't mark the tickets because they come in triplicate. So they negotiate an empty white pad, which they buy on their own. And they doodle while they talk to you. For another $1, you get a beautiful painting. But in Los Angeles, when you see the yellow light, it's all over. You can tell them anything you want. They go to a courtesy school. They're overly polite. They don't hear a word you say. You can stand in the rain saying, "Officer, I'm sorry I passed the light. You see, I'm in an iron lung and the clamp broke. And I've got 6 minutes to live. What do you think of that? It's been a pleasure serving you. Monday be convenient for court." You can even yell at them. Try yelling. What do you mean I was driving 80? This car won't do more than 50. You're a dummy and a yo-yo and your dog's a yo-yo. How about Wednesday? Is that a better day for court? They wouldn't have. In New York City, you put a $5 bill in your wallet where you keep your driver's license, you leave it there because you're going to need it. And the policemen always come over slightly indignant because they go to slightly indignant school. And they call everybody Ace. They named us after a comb. You always get one of those, "Hey, Ace, you're really moving that car, pal. Let me see your license." They walk away, your money disappears, but their attitude changes. "Jackie, you're driving 90 in the school zone. You almost hit the kid. Lucky's fast." So I hate to give you a ticket. It's 9 months before Christmas, you know? Drive careful, put in some brake fluid and get rid of the bottle. And don't let the dog drive. Or you could try Fayetteville, North Carolina, Route 301, from December to March when the cars from the east are going down to Florida during the winter season, which happens to be the #1 industry. And they waiting out on the highway. "Here come them Yankee Cadillacs." "Hey, Papa, you really moving that car?" "Officer, I was driving 5 miles an hour. Speed limit's 4. Now you take my pencil and paper and write what I tell you." But things are changing everywhere. Music's changed, so. Look at the music today. The big groups today, the Jefferson Airplanes, the Vanilla Fudge. The Animals work, they put papers on the floor. I thought Petula Clark was a gasoline station in Ohio. I didn't. You want the ethyl, no filler with Petula. Of course, the kids are taking over. Did you ever stop to think in 30 years your kids will control the vote in this country? And they'll make some changes like the national anthem. It has nothing to do with patriotism. They love this country as much as we do. Just they can't dance to the anthem we've got. Imagine World Series time 30 years from now, the kids have their own anthem. It could go something like this. "There goes our flag, yeah, yeah, watch it fly above. There goes our flag, look, look, it's the one I love. There goes our flag, and it flies in the sky. Up above, do the jerk, let it work, rock and roll a bit. There goes our flag, look, look, red, white, and blue. There goes our flag, yeah, yeah, shine for me and you. There goes our flag, and it flies in the sky. Up above, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it flies so high, rock and roll in the sky. With a little rock and roll now. Well, yeah, little roll now. Well, it feels so good. Yeah, it feels so good. Wow. Flag, flip a flag, flip flag, flip flag, flag, flip a flag, flag, flip a flag.
Won't you fill up, Jack Benny, won't you fill up?
People everywhere are filling up with Texaco Sky Chief, the gasoline that can drive down the cost of driving and save you money. But one man continues to buy only 1 gallon at a time, and we're going all out to get him to fill up.
Won't you fill up, Jack Benny, won't you fill up? We'll sing the whole day long. Won't you fill up with Sky Chief, fill it up, Jack. We wouldn't steer you wrong. There was that rainy evening when you got stuck. It makes no sense to push your luck. It's money in the bank when you fill up your tank. Jack Benny, won't you please fill up?
I'll take a gallon.
Oh, no! Jack Benny, won't you please fill up?
All right, ladies, everybody out for the Academy Award fashion show.
Hold it.
Not now, Dan, not down. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, each year it has been our tradition.
Our tradition?
To close the show with the lovely Dick Martin dancettes, who will parade up our runway.
Wait, hold, Dick Martin, the runway, they'll kill themselves. We got no runway.
I'll explain that later. Dressed in the fashions that were made famous by Academy Award-winning films.
Now, come on, there's no fashion show scheduled tonight.
You think I don't know that? Are you crazy? Listen, you got to help me out.
What's the matter?
Well, you remember when I talked about all the screaming ladies ran into before?
Sure.
Well,
What about it?
I had to stop them the screaming somehow, so now they're
The Dick
Martin
dancettes. Master stroke.
Right, thank you.
Yeah.
First, the lovely Michelle.
Here comes Michelle, gang.
Wearing the outfit made famous in the beloved movie Mary Poppins.
That's Mary Poppins?
There she is, authentic Mary Poppins, basic black.
Gee whiz.
With matching boots and umbrella.
Oh, I noticed.
Of course, the official Mary Poppins whip.
The official Mary
That's
Poppins.
used only at night, of course.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's optional, costs $12.95. Oh, isn't she a lovely thing? Oh, my golly. Yeah.
Come on, now, you've gone a little bit too far. There was nothing like that in Mary Poppins.
Oh, you didn't see the foreign version. Next, a nifty little lady from...
Next?
What?
Say goodnight, Dick.
Good night, Dick.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Good night.
This is Dick Tufeld speaking. Don't forget next week at the Hollywood Palace, the Beatles, George Carlin, Milo and Roger, Liza Minnelli, Chris Noel, the Palace Duo, Mickey Rooney, and your host, Van Johnson. This program was a repeat of an earlier telecast.
Che, Ernesto, ¿dónde sacaste esa corbata tan piola?
En un restaurante en San Francisco.
¿En un restaurante?
Sí, en un restaurante. Yo estaba sentado como ahora y la mesa al lado me invitó a sentarme acá y entonces hice una referencia sobre la corbata. Y se le gusta hacer regalo y empezó a sacársela y me la dio.
Bueno,
automáticamente la mesa al lado hizo lo mismo y se dieron las corbatas entre ellos. La cosa es que nadie terminó con su corbata.